Sunday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern here on BeyondRingside.com. Join us for the Midnight Black Mass. Myself, the Rev Dan Wilson, brings you the dark gospel of professional wrestling, uncensored, unedited, uncut, and not for the faint of heart. You can find out more about us at youtube.com/pottyhumor or subscribe at Potty Humor on iTunes and Stitcher today.
Forget all you know about podcasts. We welcome you to an experience uniquely different. Please join us for our coverage of all entertainment on the fringe of society. The candles are lit, the lights are down low. It is now time to welcome our host as he steps up to the pulpit. The sacrifice has been prepared for the midnight black mass.
Ghastly greetings, groovy ghoulies, and how the hell are ya? I am your host, the Maniacal Minister of Cult, the Rev Dan the Dragon Wilson, for another edition of the Midnight Black Mass. Alongside me are my co-hosts. First, the one-man gangbang, and the pawn star of the pro wrestling flea market action figure industry, the newest tycoon. With his new occupation. I want to hear more about it. Andrew Alexander, how you doing, man?
Hello. I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Fucking awesome. Rocking and rolling. And our esteemed third host for the show, got a big weekend coming up here on July 22nd, a week from this Saturday, as he says farewell to the arena where he made his name, the Landmark Arena in Cornelia, Georgia, where he'll be taking on the international star Matt Tremont in his last match at the arena, the Strong Style Psycho Tank. How's it going, my brother?
Well, what's going on, fellas? You said esteemed co-host. It's more like a steaming pile of shit, maybe, but thanks for the nice words, though.
Ever humble Tank. You can hear Tank being humble also on the High Spots Network, as his new shoot interview just dropped on there, and it's pretty fucking awesome. He doesn't really hold back, and he gets some pretty big fuck yous in on there. So, you know, if you want to hear Tank saying what he really thinks besides what he does on here, then you should check that out.
Yeah, I actually sat and watched it, and I thought I sounded like a big fucking hillbilly. But other than that, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't shit on too many. That's coming August 6th, so we need to do another podcast with somebody where I can just fucking 21 years of a pent-up aggression.
No friends left to make.
Yeah, no shit.
So, I'm super excited for the 22nd. Andrew, are you coming down?
No, I don't
Fuck
think so.
no. He's a dick. He's got to sell goddamn NWO banners and fucking Continental DVDs.
What DVDs?
Continental DVDs. You got any Continental DVDs?
Yeah, I'm sure we got some Continental. I thought you said Carmella DVDs.
Oh, no.
And he was like, is there something I don't know about?
Yeah, if it was like a best of Carmella, it'd just be a fucking blank DVD.
I want to see Carmella getting reamed out by Big Cass and James Ellsworth.
God damn it, man.
But in a strange turn of events, I want Big Cass to be the one zooming in on Ellsworth's balls.
That'd be awesome.
But don't look at it, because if you look at it, even though it's there on the internet, sometimes also in just random replies to things unrelated on Twitter. But if you look at it, you're as bad as the person who stole their shit and leaked it. I couldn't even hold it in.
Damn it, man. Yeah, man, July 22nd. It's gonna be a big night, man. It's gonna be cool. You know, we got Tremont coming in. Looking forward to it. Not only is he probably the best deathmatch wrestler on earth right now, he's also, I mean, he's a hell of a fucking wrestler. I mean, he can do it all. And
he really is. You know, I think like you, he parallels your career in more ways than one. You know, it's funny that he looked up to you so much, because he's very similar. The guy can work his ass off, but, you know, is known more for the deathmatch stuff. And, I mean, it's fine, because that stuff has exploded in popularity over the years. But I think, you know, the world is kind of missing the boat on him, because these deathmatch, because we talked about it with the Carnage Cup, guys like him and Slack and these guys that are really good at that and really intimidating and can actually work a little bit. It's just a whole new era when you or a whole new flavor when you interject those guys into a roster of regular wrestlers. You know, it harkens back to a Bruiser Brody or, you know, it's just like the guys like that don't mix enough. I like to mix those guys up with regular guys. That's my point.
yeah.
So
Most
is this
definitely,
match a death match or a standard wrestling contest?
Oh, it's gonna be a death match,
probably,
of fucking course.
Yeah, we're gonna do a death match. I told the wife it was just a regular match, so when she gets down there, I'm rolling around in barbed wire and shit. She might just leave me. So hell, I don't know. No, she knows what the hell to expect. You know, she's like, yeah, right. We're just gonna do a regular wrestling match. And I was like, yeah.
How
Collar and elbow.
Oh yeah.
How long have you been married?
Catches.
Hank?
Since 2004, August will be 13 years.
Well,
We've been together since
your ass in
01.
the first 60 days. She ain't gonna leave now.
Yeah, no shit. No, I just mean leave my ass in Cornelia.
Oh, well, yeah, that's extremely possible.
Yeah.
Your nasty ass isn't riding in my car. You can go with Dan. Fuck you.
But also, I got a pretty big match this Saturday for GPW in Canton. It'll be my last show for the Big Wood and Daryl. And I got a hell of an opponent, and Kyle Matthews. Everybody knows my take on Kyle Matthews. I think he's the best wrestler in the fucking South. One of the best in the country. And I couldn't have a better opponent to go out against there. Hopefully he don't kick the shit out of me, because he likes to kick people really hard. And I'm really looking forward to that.
Damn it, that's this Saturday?
Yeah, in Canton. The Adios to Tank is what Big Wood's calling it. You know, me and Woody, we've been buddies for ever since I broke in. He took me under his wing when I started and taught me the right things to do, and so I owe a lot to him. And I was honored when he hit me up to do the match, and said, I'm gonna put you and Kyle in there, and y'all just do what you do. And I was like, awesome. So I'm really looking forward to that also. So as of right now, I mean, I've got 3 matches left for sure, and that's Kyle Matthews, Matt Tremont, and Matt Riddle. And that's a hell of a little fucking streak right there, if you ask me.
Yeah, not a bad way to go out. But, you know, there's no telling who if you somehow beat Matt Riddle, like, fuck, man, you know, there's no telling who you're going to get in that second round.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you even know who's across from you in the bracket, or have they even released any brackets yet?
I don't think they've released, like, the full brackets. They've just, like, released matches and stuff. So, you know, I'm thinking, like, I like to get in there with, like, Gary J. or, hell, even Gunnar Miller. See who the fucking real Chattanooga hero is.
Yeah, boy, that could be good.
So you have at least 3 matches left, but it could possibly be, what, 6?
Yeah. It could be 6. Or 5. Something like that, hell, I don't know. But, you know, like I just said, I think that's a nice little streak of guys to go out with. There was a few guys I wanted to get to wrestle with and never had the opportunity. The dates didn't work out. But it is what it is, and I've had a nice little run. So I'm ready to go home and be Daddy Tank.
Yeah, I mean, I found that interesting in the shoot interview. You said, you know, that they didn't want Tank coming back home. They wanted Warren. So,
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
man.
That was
Go.
that was a legit conversation. She was like, you know, after August, we don't want Tank, we want Warren. And I was like, well, that's what you're gonna get. So it'll be all good.
It's crazy for me to think about, man. Like I don't know which one I'm gonna be more emotional about, like if it's the one in Cornelia or the one in Chattanooga, but like the Cornelia one's gonna be special, man. It's the place where, like you've said many times over, you know, you made your name. You get this match with this guy who just couldn't be hotter right now. And, you know, the story is just great. He grew up watching you on Wildside in Philadelphia on WGTW, well, the station was out of Philadelphia. I don't know that he actually lived there, but he lived in that region that got the station.
Yeah.
And you know, he has this tour this year of like knocking all of his bucket list matches off as well. And he's going to be wrestling Onita the weekend of the fucking SCI in Combat Zone.
Oh,
so,
yeah. It's one of those, if it wasn't for the SCI, I'd drive my ass or fly my ass to Jersey just to see that. I mean, Onita, I mean, he is, you know, we lost Mr. Pogo a couple of weeks ago. It was Pogo and Onita who were the godfathers of Japanese deathmatch wrestling. And a lot of people may not know, but Onita was in Memphis. And he loved the Memphis style, and he took it back to Japan, the brawl, and he just added the barbed wire and the explosions and all that shit to it. So he's actually, he's a big mark for Memphis wrestling.
Yeah, I always found that cool. They were in, I think it was the second, maybe the third, it was the second concession stand brawl.
Yeah.
And so, hey, I guess seeing that up close, he was just like, man, this shit is dope. We're going to do this in Japan. And, I mean, he had a lot of fucking success with it over there.
Hell, yeah, he did. It's good shit. But I did hate to see that Mr. Pogo passed away. He did wonders for Berg. I mean, Iceberg went over there and got to tangle with him 2 or 3 times and put Berg over, which was unheard of at the time because Pogo didn't put anybody over. And I actually made a Facebook post. I was like, I don't get jealous of too many people in the wrestling business, but that's one thing I've always been jealous of Iceberg, him getting to wrestle Pogo.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Like, I remember when it happened, he was at Wildside already before he went to Japan, and then we kind of used that in storyline. Like, he went over there and he went through the baptism of Mr. Pogo, you know, and he came back this new monster, and like Bailey told that story, you know. So the Mr. Pogo victory was crucial in building the original No Pain Train Iceberg character. Oh, yeah. And of course, you had your own tribute to him when you debuted in Wildside with the sickle.
Yep.
Like,
I'd actually done, I guess I might have been in the business for 2 or 3 years doing like TWA and Rossville adult, and I did a little angle where I had got hit in the head with a chair and it was all fucked up. And I came back as my alter ego. I didn't do Mr. Pogo. I just went as Pogo. And it was just my homage to him. I painted my face and wore the camo pants, and that's when I started doing the fork gimmick and all that. Had people with kendo sticks, and it got over pretty good. Just a lot of people didn't want to work me anymore because I kept stabbing the shit out of them with that fork. I didn't know how to work it.
And like Joe had a lot of pogo stories, you know, because they worked that big fucking program over there.
Yeah.
And
yeah. They were in the first cage match in Japan, weren't they?
one of the first, if not the first.
I'm thinking it was the first. If it wasn't the first, it was, by God, the second or the third.
And, you know, they beat the piss out of each other. And it's kind of funny because, you know, you ask him about Pogo, and he would be like, on one hand, he'd be like, hey, he's a fucking cocksucker. And then he was like, he was fucking unsafe. He goes, but he hit fucking hard. Like, he still had that fucking respect for him because Joe liked the motherfucker to lay it in there, you know? So I always found his Pogo stories fascinating.
I know firsthand that Joe likes it fucking stiff. Old bastard. Brings back memories.
Good times. Oh, yeah. Andrew, what do you know about Mr. Pogo?
I got a pogo stick in my pants. I actually, I borderline don't know shit about Mr. Pogo. Just
well, it's because you're an uncultured motherfucker.
I've never been called cultured. That's true. The only deathmatch worker I know is Tank. That's the only one you need to know.
Oh yeah. I know it's kind of off subject. I've been seeing people on Facebook and Twitter talking about a Fire Pro World coming out today for, I guess, the PC. It's supposed to be on PS4 in a couple of weeks. I was never really into the Fire Pro games, but I've been watching videos of this one. It looks pretty fucking sweet.
Man, to me, it's the greatest wrestling game ever made. Like, because it was so versatile. Like, it looks like really shitty at first. Like, when you start playing, you're like, what the fuck is this? It's fucking, like, 8-bit graphics, you know, on, like, PS3. And you're like, they look little fucking blocky characters. But that's actually the genius of it as you come to find out, because it's, like, super customizable. And I'm sure with, like, the new systems, you can just go right on the market and download the shit. But even on the old things, you could download little packs and upload them to your fucking PS3, and you could, like, get all these character packs and shit. So you could have, like, every wrestler in the fucking history of wrestling, which I do have on my PS3 Fire Pro game. And, look, the move system is just, it comes off really choppy at first, but if you just sit down and you give it a couple of weeks and you're patient with it, like, once you figure out that, like, it actually is set up to be, like, a realistic match. And so the better the matches are, like, the better rating you get or whatever in the fucking match, but also, like, the more the crowd pops, the more, like, exciting, like, finishing sequences and shit happen. Like, it's really awesome, but it takes a little bit of getting into, because at first I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This is dumb.
Yeah, I think I'd come over.
I've never played that game in my life.
I went to Dan's one night years ago, and they were playing it, and I was like, man, this shit's stupid. But they seem to be having fun with it, so I'm probably going to get it to check it out. I remember, I think one of the last Fire Pro games, somebody did an NWA roster, and me and Sean Tempers made it, and I thought that was cool as shit. Somebody made a tank for a Fire Pro game. I was like, wow, this is pretty friggin' cool. The flaming pants and everything. I was like, oh, shit. And,
yeah. And they can give you, like, every one of your fucking moves and shit, like, in, like, the way you walk. It's super customizable because it's a very simple engine.
And then it's like, they have deathmatch shit, like the explode, barbed wire, and cage matches, and barbed wire matches, light tubes. So I'm like, holy shit. So hopefully it's a pretty cool game. I'll check it out.
It's one of the only games where you can be Abdullah or Mr. Pogo, and they'll pull out their fucking fork or sickle and stab you as one of their fucking moves. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, so you'll get a kick out of this. I was in public, if you will, this past weekend, and a guy comes up to me and he says, "Hey, are you a wrestler?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Did you used to be a wrestler?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Were you in War Games with Tank?" And I said, "Yeah." So I was recognized, but I'm pretty sure I was only recognized through association with Tank. So there you go. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention this. 2 weeks ago, I saw a guy wearing, and I don't think he didn't. I mean, if he was a worker, I didn't recognize him, but I saw a guy wearing the Tank T-shirt out in public.
Awesome.
Yeah, he sold them to actual wrestling fans, you know.
Well, I mean, it's just, you know, it was just, he was out there. It was, I mean, hell, he may have been on a date. It may have been Saturday night, and this guy made the conscious effort. He goes, "You know what? I got to look nice tonight. I'm going to put on this Strong Style Psycho T-shirt and get me some pussy."
Damn right. Yeah, this last run of shirts, I had sold a shitload of them. So I did a show in Porterdale last week, the 4th of July extravaganza show or whatever. And a lot of people down there don't buy gimmicks and shit. And I sold 8 or 9 shirts there. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, damn, I hope you got one left for old Dan.
Man, I'm gonna have to put another order in for SCI. I'm running thin right now, so I got to get with my buddy Will Owens and get some more made up for Civic City.
Oh, Will Owens is your buddy when you want some T-shirt, but just the other day you were saying, "Hey, you know what? Fuck Will Owens." That's what you said.
Fuck Will Owens.
I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. Hey, speaking of videos shitting on people, I watched that one you shared the other day on Facebook. That was some entertaining shit.
What was that?
The video you shared on Facebook the other day. Some
Which
fan-made mock. I think it was you. Some fan-made.
Oh, the one about Paul Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fucking awesome.
I don't say his name because I don't want him to sue us.
Yeah, Murder One had sent that to me via Messenger, and I watched it. And I was like, "Fuck it, I'm sharing this shit." That was good stuff.
Man, I missed it somehow. I'll have to go back
It's on my wall. It's on there. It's like 20 minutes. This dude just burying him. And this dude's not even like a local guy.
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes, and it made me a little sad that I actually watched it for 15 minutes, considering the content, the subject matter. But the one part when he talks about where he shows him saying Ric Flair is going to come be his manager, he kind of laughs. The guy hosting it laughs, but then he shows Ric Flair with him, and he gets all sad, and he's like, "No, Rick, no." It's hilarious.
Yeah, it was good
Fantastic
stuff. So did you guys watch the pay-per-view last night?
I did.
I watched
What about you? And of course you did.
I ended it. I watched. I didn't get home till late, so you sent me that text about the Brock Joe match. I was like, "Yeah, that's the first match I'm gonna watch." And I went downstairs and fired up the old PS4 and watched it, and was like, and when you said it was like my match with Samoa Joe a few years back, it was just me and Joe was like in my role in that match. I was like, "Damn, that like hit the nail on the fucking head."
He knew you was retiring. It was a tribute to you.
Yeah. No, shit, I thought the match was really good, though. You know, Joe and Brock, neither one of them are going to do 15, 20-minute matches. It ain't going to happen.
You don't need to happen.
No, those 5 to 6 minute sprints, that's all they need to do.
I thought it was fantastic. A lot of people are up in arms about, "Oh, well, Joe should have kicked out of the the second finish, but I'm like, no. Like, I mean, I understand because they've done it a million times, and so people expect it. And, you know, I don't know what they're planning on doing going forward, but you gotta fucking do sometimes a re-education of your audience. And they have killed finishers at the point that they are not finishers anymore. And a fucking finisher, you gotta hit 4 of them to beat a guy. It's called a finisher because it wins matches. So I think a strong re-education on finishers is a good thing, and I think they can start it right there. I have no problem that it didn't kick out. They've got to have somewhere to go. And if they are going to do that shit, then do it in the second or third match. Don't do it in the fucking first one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they do this, they go to SummerSlam, you know, maybe he can give him, 2, and then and finally finish him off. I mean, like I said, I thought the match was pretty kick-ass. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, I dug it. It was borderline what I expected. I thought the kick out may be coming, but then I kind of second guessed and said, no, that may just be short and sweet and all they need. He made Joe look really strong like the whole match. I mean, Joe dominated pretty much the whole match. And it was smart the way they did it with him attacking him at the beginning. So, yeah, it was really good. The Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman's pretty fucking good, ain't he?
I love him. I think he's fucking great.
I mean, you guys think they just did a double turn there? I mean, that was like Braun came out as like the baby face, and then Roman did the heel shit, tried to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about, what are the top few things that, are kind of heelish in the wrestling business, and I think attempted murder may be pretty high on the list.
I'm thinking the same thing.
And then surviving attempted murder and refusing medical attention is pretty strong white meat babyface, if you ask me. But I don't know if they did that, but if they did, it was pretty damn smart and a pretty good way to do it, and I think it would work. I thought it was good. I thought the finish was pretty damn decent. Because the ambulance match, that stipulation, that's not the best. That's not the best gimmick they got going. It's no Punjabi prison, but
no. I did like the finish though, where Roman kind of fucked himself over. He just he sidestepped the spear and he went in. He closed the door. So it wasn't like he was beat the shit and then he just threw him in there and buried him. And
yeah, absolutely.
I will say, I did a lot of fast forward through the show. I saw more blood on this show than goddamn Starrcade 85. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there was quite a bit of color. I think you'd just be happy about that. Matt Hardy, he busted open real well.
What the hell? How did he even get cut? It's like I saw him do a leg drop and then he was bleeding. I was like, what the shit?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, good question. I don't know.
I thought that match was good. I like the deciding fall where Jeff Hardy hit the swanton and then fucking Cesaro just jumped on him and pinned him and then ran for 20 seconds. I thought that was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it was good.
That is good shit right there. And then I didn't watch Miz and Ambrose. I did see when did Miz get 2 lackeys, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel? I haven't watched Raw forever.
When Mike and Maria Kanellis debuted, they could only have one couple.
So
I thought the women's stuff was good. Like, my God, that is like Sasha killed Alexa Bliss in that post-match spot where she dove off the fucking announcer booth. Like, she had no protection. It was just like the back of her fucking hand on the concrete. That might have been the sickest fucking thing on the whole show.
Then I didn't watch the whole match. I watched the finish. I saw a lot of people whining about Bray Wyatt going over on Seth Rollins. Seth will get his win back at SummerSlam, I'm sure. People were like, he beat Triple H at Mania and he loses to Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's a top guy. Who gives a shit if he loses to him, you know?
I mean, you know, if they like Bray Wyatt's the guy they need to kind of shit or get off the pot with, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I thought I kind of expected Bray to win. I mean, it was his turn because this is a 50-50 booking scenario they got going. I mean, they got to be booking a lot of short-term stuff because I just think it was a little silly to have Joe lose to Rollins with that weak-ass roll-up and then, boom, become the number one contender and go with Brock. Like, I don't know. It's just sometimes it's tough. I mean, it's tough coming up with the right finish. Like you said, he did beat Triple H, and it's hard to, ignore that and just slow somebody down. But I thought that was kind of weird. But I thought Bray would get this win because he needs it. I mean, I don't know. It's weird how they've used Bray Wyatt. I definitely think he's better than they've got behind him. Maybe a babyface turn. I don't know. There's just something. There's something missing, or creatively, or something. But I think he's really really talented, especially on the mic. I think he could be. Everybody wants to say the next Undertaker, and there's just no such thing. But he could just kind of feel that sort of role. That type of
he's good
character.
I mean, I like watching his matches. I think he's pretty good. Well, he's real damn good.
Yeah. I mean, everything about him has been pushed. It's been pushed. Like they will run with him for a couple months, and it's like, we'll pull back. And we'll run with him, then we'll pull back. Like that. Nobody gets over when you do that.
I mean, really, I think what they need to do is just make him cut his hair and be Husky Harris again. I mean, that was good shit.
Hey, Dan, if you could go back in time and you had the Devil's Rejects and you had the ability, would you rather have Braun Strowman or Dominus as a Devil's Reject? Who would you go with there?
Oh, well, let me see. That's a difficult fucking decision. Or Strowman, of course. What the fuck?
I mean, Strowman he's a legit tough motherfucker because he had shoulder surgery. It was supposed to have been out 6 months, and he was out like a month, and came back doing his normal, he don't do a whole lot, but he's one of the guys. He's as strong as a fucking ox. That's just, he's a badass. One thing I did see on Raw last week is when Apollo Crews tried to do the moonsault and he kicked him, like donkey kicked him out of the fucking ring. That was the funniest thing.
So awesome.
that made me laugh.
Yeah, that was badass for sure.
I was like, cause he landed right on his fucking head. And I laughed. Oh my God. I was just like, holy shit. They ain't doing shit with him anymore either.
Yeah, speaking of dropping bitches on their head, what's this about Alberto Del Rio and Paige getting in a little scuffle last night?
I ain't heard nothing about it.
Tis the scuttlebutt on the internet, but I've heard that she has responded stating that basically nothing to see here, that he got in an argument with some lady and that she was crying unrelated because of bad family news. So, who knows?
Yeah, that's bullshit. He's fucking a night turner if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
He's yelling at that bitch. I mean, he should have dumped her. He should have dumped her when old Gangbang came out. I mean, I don't know, but I don't believe that story at all. I mean, I'm not saying just because it's on the internet it's true, but that just sounds like I fell down the stairs. Everything's fine at home.
Yeah, I gotta wonder.
Apparently, she don't give a shit about her spot. I don't know, because I guess she was at the Impact pay-per-view, sitting front row wearing a lucha mask. So, she's batshit crazy. Well, he is.
Well, I know if you're in the market for Paige action figures, you can come to the Pro Wrestling Super Shop inside the I-75 flea market. We got you hooked up. got plenty of her. There's plenty of Paige to go around for everybody.
You got regular Paige, you got zombie Paige, you got...
That's true. How do you know that?
Because I've seen them in the store.
I mean, do you
Well, we
have
got
cream pie Paige? You have cream pie Paige and bukkake Paige.
What do you have? One of the ones that sweats? Remember those terrible old toys that I think they were originally supposed to be like they bled, but apparently there was like some big kerfluffle with the advertisers. So right before they released them, they were like hot sweating action or some shit like that. So you like put water in the fucking figures and they sweat in the most stupid and fucking ridiculous action figure gimmick of all time.
Yeah, that shit was terrible. That's when I was, because I was right at the age too. That's when I was like, man, maybe I should stop collecting these figures.
I've wasted my life.
But hey, you know something? You know what I was just thinking about? Your daughter's quite the wrestling fan now, isn't she? She's a fan of the women's wrestling. Why don't you come down to the Pro Wrestling Super Shop and get her some action figures?
Because if I open that Pandora's box, she's a completionist. You understand? So it ain't like she can just be like, oh, hey, Daddy, give me this superhero girl's doll, or give me this My Little Pony doll, or give me this Disney doll. Because it's like, well, okay, I got this one now. Like, you're going to pull out the fucking checklist in the back and be like, okay, well, I need this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And then I'm going to have to get them for her. And then you're going to break me. So maybe, but I'll try to avoid that.
There's no need to worry. Uncle Andy will take care of it. I'll hook her up with the first one and get her hooked. And then she'll have to come to me for that fix. And also, I don't know if you've seen this, but they finally, you know, Mattel makes the WWE action figures, so it makes sense that they would have Barbie dolls. Well, it's taken them 8 years, but they're finally coming out with the female wrestlers in Barbie doll form. So maybe that's something she would be all about.
That is possible. Yeah, she's got all the Disney princess Barbies and some Barbie Barbies and the superhero girl Barbies. So that's the newest fix now, which I'm totally cool with. Because I was always a big comic nerd, of course, but I've never like tried to foist that on her. It's always been around because I'm enjoying it, but like it's not like, oh, you have to watch this. But she kind of discovered on her own after seeing Wonder Woman.
Speaking of superheroes, have you taken her to see Spider-Man?
Not yet. Hey, busy weekend last weekend and this one as well. So I'm going to be...
saw it, so we're about to spoil that shit.
You better not.
I will say,
I can't believe...
I did.
Go ahead,
I did go see it, and I drank like a gallon of icy, so it was good shit. I thought it was a kick-ass movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Heard Michael Keaton's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's badass.
Yeah,
that dude can play anything.
I'd give it a. I mean, there's not a lot to spoil, honestly. There's not any of huge surprises or anything, but it's just a real good solid movie, good story. They tied in really well to the Marvel universe that they've already established, Marvel Cinematic Universe. I was worried about Vulture because, he's not the biggest Spider-Man villain. And in the way he looks, I was like, I don't know. But the story is really good with that, and Michael Keaton, man, he nails that shit, which isn't really a surprise, but he did a really good job. Kid playing Spider-Man, what's his name? Tom Holland or something like that?
Yeah, Tom Holland.
Yeah, he's real good. If it's not the best Spider-Man movie, it's second best, because that original Spider-Man 2, that was pretty on point shit right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to top Spider-Man 2. It's a great movie, but I'm excited about seeing it. I know, like you said, what are you gonna spoil? There's a kid named Peter Parker, and he's bit by a radioactive spider.
Now, which Spider-Man 2 are you talking about?
It's fucking Doc Ock. Nobody gives a shit about that fucking one with Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
No.
Was...
I'm talking about Electro, Jamie Foxx, baby.
Now, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm talking about Dr. Octopus. That one's just really up there, tough to beat. But this one competes. It stays in there. Especially they use smaller, lesser known. They use Shocker. They use Vulture, lesser known characters, and they got a whole lot out of them. Of course, you got Iron Man popping up in there, which everybody knows from the trailers. But I mean, they used him just enough to where it's very cool that he's there, but it's not an Iron Man movie in any way, shape, or form. So it's really good. It's a must see for sure.
And then we got an Aunt May that's hotter than fuck. So. Can't go wrong with Marissa Tomei.
Nope.
I can't believe they
Top
killed
tier.
her already, though.
You motherfucker.
He's joking.
I'm kidding.
Making me half hot over here.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Well,
of course, two
gonna have to get up
things,
to see it then.
It's worth checking out. Take the family.
Hell yeah. Well, it's big summer. What was that, Tank?
So what happened down in Cornelia, Georgia this past Saturday?
This past Saturday, it was the first event following hostile environment. And, I always worry about the draw following a big show, because especially one that was that big, because it's gotten rave reviews, and it's like, oh, no fucking pressure, Dan, to top this great show that you just did. But, got to get the wheels moving. So I had a good house, though. I was always worried about the draw. I had a real nice house there. I didn't do a count, but I didn't look out and go, oh, fuck, it's the show after a big show. I was like, oh, nice. So, that's a good sign. And as far as the event and the happenings, some pretty major stuff. We found out that not the NWA Elite anymore. When you say that, it's just like Slim J and Gladiator Jeremiah. I call him Slim J half the fucking time on commentary, because it's like, you call somebody something for 15 years, you get used to it. It's hard to break that habit. But we found out that the Elite, with, of course, led by Jeff G. Bailey, with Gunnar Miller and Team Tag, consisting of Billy Buck, Chris Spectra, and Kevin Blue, won the War Games match. And as a result of winning the War Games match, as tradition dictates, the winning team is granted a prize. And the prize this year was a contract for any match they wanted. And so Bailey's going to try his luck one more time, and Gunnar Miller is cashing in against Jacob Ashworth on the Tank Retirement Show on July 22nd. So just adding to the extravaganza that we're going to have there. Huge Anarchy Triple Crown Championship match. Jacob Ashworth versus Gunnar Miller. Gunnar Miller was in action against Jeremy Foster, and Foster put up a good fight, but couldn't overcome the beast that is the People's Captain. He won with the CTE. Jacob defended the title against Bobby Moore in the main event, and Adrian Hawkins took on Kyle Matthews, the Nightmare, for the Heritage title. So the Approved thought they were going to get lucky. They just won the tag team titles, the Hostile Environment, and they both had a chance to get that singles gold also, but it didn't quite pan out for them. Had a big six-man tag that just broke down into utter mayhem as Gladiator Jeremiah's Shield got introduced, and the referee got took out, and the Gladiator just ended up bashing Billy Buck's brains out and getting DQ'd. So I'm sure that's not over, but the Gladiator's got other fish to fry in 2 weeks. They need to get Billy Buck off the brain, because he's got also, I'm putting together a bunch of matches Tank would want to see if you didn't get my drift here on the fucking Thanks for the Memories card on July 22nd. That was kind of my thought. So we got the Hooligans against the Hate Junkies. That's going to be huge. But we also have, this is what I was talking about, a match that I know Tank will want to see. Kyle Matthews, the Nightmare, defends the Heritage title against Gladiator Jeremiah.
Hell yeah.
I knew you would fucking pop for that. So that's going to be happening. And got Brad Cash going to be in action. Going to have Jeremy Foster there. Going to have some old favorites from Tank's past. And I'm trying to dig up, and Tank, you might be able to help me with some of the footage, but I've got a good bit of it. Want to do like some bit of a retrospective of like some of your great moments, like in between matches, like, you know, showing the screen, like you and Trash winning the tag titles, you winning the Anarchy title, like some of the big reject stuff, you against Samoa Joe, you know, some of the bigger matches you had outside of there. You know, really want to do it up right. So it's going to be a good time on July 22nd. Anything else happen in Anarchy? We had like 7 matches. Hate Junkies beat Gil Quest and CB Suave. God, saying his name tongue ties me every time. I'm going to make him change it just so it's easier for me to say. I'm not. I'm kidding. The Approved took out the Lynch Mob, but that was another newsworthy item. They said they did it as an olive branch to the Elite to help Team Tag in that 6-man. But little did Team Tag know that Cyrus had some buddies that were willing to help him out in the form of Gladiator and the Nightmare. So that's how they ended up in the 6-man. So interesting to find out what happened to the Lynch Mob. They're not going to be on July 22nd, but they're supposed to be back on August 12th. The tag team competition is heating up. As the matchmaker, as I'm looking here, all the guys who've won, like it's pretty even in the tag team division. So it's going to be a real race for who gets that next title shot. Of course, the Lynch Mob have their guaranteed rematch, and we'll probably hear something about that on July 22nd, I'd imagine. I can't see them waiting too long to cash that in after what has happened thus far.
I will say the last, we didn't have a show last week, so we didn't get to talk about Hostile Environment. People can watch that shit on powerbomb.tv. Like you said, a lot of people have reviewed it, and no negative. Everybody says it's a top-notch show. War Games was awesome. Just watch the show for Azrael's entrance, which was cool as shit. The War Games, like I said, was phenomenal. Me and Brad Cash did the Type A death match. I came out on top on that. Showed my respects to him, and he flipped me off and walked off. So, oh well, fucking.
Yeah, Brad's got some issues going on. Actually, not to cut you off there, but I will say we got a video from him. Our video guys were Ken Wallace, our chief control board operator, was actually on vacation in Vegas. So some of the videos were limited to what could be shown, so we just limited it to you and Tremont's stuff shown to the live audience. But it'll be on the Powerbomb.tv episode from July 8th. And Brad Cash had a really weird interview that he sent in, where he's like holding up pictures of each of the Anarchy guys and burning them and shit, like it's some fucking weird music. I don't know what's up with that dude, man. He's been on a whole nother plane since losing to you. Like it's changed him.
Well, that's what happens when you get that ass whooped. You know, he wanted to walk in that valley of death against me, and he fell short. I mean, he's trying to emulate shit that I've done in the past, and I put a kibosh on that. It was like, there's only room for one tank here, motherfucker, and like I said, I came out on top. But I did give him his props. He's a tough son of a bitch. And I beat the shit out of him. And he kept coming back. I mean, hell, I stuck a gut to plate fucking head, for Christ's sake. And he just took the shit right out and just kept coming. I was like, fuck. So, yeah, you know, he's got some issues. Maybe I ain't gonna talk to him, but you being a reject and you being the forefather of the rejects, maybe you can talk some sense into him.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm trying. He ain't really listening. So, like I said, we'll find out. I think we're about to see a whole new Brad Cash when he returns. So that's going to be something else. July 22nd is huge, of course. And then second, fourth Saturday, we'll have 2 huge Anarchy shows in August. But then also Wildside Reunion, July 9th. Talking to more and more talent, like I talked to another huge former Wildside Git who was kind of a little bit before our era, but we kind of intersected with him just a little bit. And I'm not going to say his name specifically, but he did go on to become a famous reality television star, hint, hint. So he just made a potential return he inquired, we'll say, about the Wildside Reunion. So that's going to be awesome. Over 40 guys.
I said, I believe I know who you're talking about. So yeah, that'll be awesome. Like you said, he was the top guy before I started, and I think maybe he was on his way out when you broke in Wildside. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that show. I think it'll be cool. I will be there. I'm not going to wrestle, but I will be there to do a Q&A and just sit around and shoot the shit with the fans. And it'll be a good time. Andrew, he's a former Wildside talent, so he ought to bring his ass down there too.
I barely made the cut. I don't think I need to be on that card at all.
It does, and that's not to shit on Andrew, because he actually did have a run as a push guy on Fridays. But I wonder how many fucking dudes who came and did one tryout match on a fucking Friday are gonna be sniffing around back there trying to, oh hey man.
Tell them they got to buy a damn ticket.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what the card's going to be like, but with 40 Wildside legends, I'm sure it'll be good shit.
Yeah, lots of surprises planned, I'm told. I'm a little in the dark on it as well. I know it's already been confirmed that me and Stephen Prazak will be reuniting the Wildside broadcast team. But as far as the card, I have no clue. I know, not a lot of these guys can even still wrestle anymore, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, enough of them can that it'll still be a good card. But, I'm wondering just exactly how some of this is going to be pulled off. But I have faith in the brain trust. I'm more of a consultant on this show, and, I'm so busy with the Anarchy stuff that I really try to just keep that separate. And I was like, if I have an idea or, you need my advice, I'll help. But the other brain trust is handling the Wildside Reunion, and it's in good hands.
Awesome. You know what? If I came to the 22nd show, you know what I'd bring with me? A big old bottle of Jägermeister.
That'll be for the after party.
After hell, that's pre-show. That's pre-show.
That'll have to be. I want to be able to remember this shit. I have a few shots of Jaeger. I ain't gonna remember enough. At least I won't get fired. I guess we got some good news. Iceberg's out of the hospital and back home recuperating. Hopefully he'll stay gone long enough to be fully recuperated before he tries to step in the ring again.
Yeah, I hope so. Love your brother, yeah, for sure.
He's hard-headed and thinks he can go at any time. I'm the same way. And then once you get as old as my dumb ass and the injuries start piling up, and you're like, oh, shit. I'm not as young as they used to be.
And every bump hurts worse. That's why you don't take them.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, in all seriousness, I would really like to come to that one, but I'm going to see Styx and REO Speedwagon that night.
You're going to see Styx and REO Speedwagon what night?
On the 22nd.
You motherfucker. How many times have you seen Styx and REO Speedwagon, Andrew?
REO Speedwagon, this will be my, I think, 4th. Styx, I think it's my 2nd.
But you can never see Tank versus Matt Tremont again, and you've never seen it. And you can never see Tank's retirement match in Cornelia again.
That's true, but...
This motherfucker likes Tommy Shaw better than you.
Yes, so.
Well, in all fairness, the one time I saw Styx, Tommy Shaw was sick and couldn't sing. So, have I really seen him? And also, I'll make it a point to come to the Tank, the coming out of retirement match he has in Cornelia 6 months later.
What a dick.
I'll be there for that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Just thinking like all the fucking memories in that building and all the cool shit we did and fucking dude, it's gonna be a special night. Like to end it like that, I couldn't think of a better way. And so we're gonna have a couple of guest surprises as well. So the Tanks for the Memory show is gonna be off the hook.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got the wife coming with me. She hasn't been in that building in over 10 years, and she likes Matt Tremont, so she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out." So it'll be a good time. Awesome. That is awesome. But I'm sure we're about to wrap it up. But I do want to say this. I know it's off subject again because I'm good. I'm scatterbrained. If you have the High Spots Network, go watch my shoot. But also watch the Bruiser Brody documentary. It is fucking phenomenal.
Oh my God, isn't it?
Those guys at High Spots are doing good shit. I've got to talk to one of the guys who helped do that documentary. He shot my shoot interview, and yeah, those guys. I mean, if you ask me, it's the best value for $9.99 you're going to get. Fuck Flow Slam, they ain't worth the shit. WWE Network's cool, but if you're into independent and shoot interviews, High Spots Network's the way to go.
I mean, for the shoot interviews alone, really, like I've gotten so like I got that old RF video catalog of shoot interviews just for years and years going back. So it's like unlimited fucking content.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I think I've given Andy my info so he can watch some of the shit. That's been a little over a year ago. I don't know if you still watched it or not. It was very entertaining. I love the High Spots Network.
Yeah,
no,
the Brody thing.
I thought you had shut it off a while ago, but I did watch one thing on there. I watched they did a documentary on Harley Race, and it was badass. So
yeah, I've still got it, man. I was just log in and watch the shit. And
yeah,
did you guys?
I haven't gotten to the Harley Race one.
Did you guys get to see any of the New Japan shows in Los Angeles last week?
No.
Good stuff too.
I heard, but I haven't seen
it.
it.
DVR if you want to come watch it. I got that active
cool.
TV, so I got all that shit. So it's like 8 hours, 4 hours each show, and fucking Michael Elgin and Kenny Omega. I know Cornette gives Kenny Omega a bunch of shit, but that dude's fucking awesome. And he can work his goddamn ass off.
Yeah, he's really blown up in Japan, really showing what he can do. So good stuff. Well, good episode. Good chat with everybody as always. Glad to be back. We had a couple of weeks off to do some various things with the holidays, and Eddie had a thing, and then I had a thing, and so but now we're back and rocking and rolling, and hopefully be back on a more regular basis moving forward, at least until one of us has vacation or some shit. But So, getting ready to get out of here. Of course, follow Tank on Twitter at Tank_EST1996 or on Facebook under his real name, Warren Hollander. But he fucking accepts everybody's friend request, so feel free to hit him up.
Oh, yeah.
And unlike me, who on my personal Facebook, I don't accept nobody. If I don't fucking know you, then you're not getting through. Go hit the fan page up. I know it's probably stupid, but it's like still like no, it's just a weird thing about me. Andrew, you can't find him anywhere at a wrestling show, but you can go to the I-75 flea market now.
Yes, sir. And you can find us on Facebook at Pro Wrestling Super Shop, and on Instagram at Pro Wrestling Super Shop. So you can find me now. If you seek it out, you can find my knowledge and my great prices on all wrestling merchandise.
And these deals.
Sweet deals.
Oh, yeah.
Send me those links he always gets away real quick, so I'm going to catch him before he does. Andrew, send me those links so I can include it in the YouTube run on this, please.
I'll do it.
Thank you very much.
That was our producer, Fast Eddie Layne, the man. And you can follow me on Twitter at Dragons Rejects. You can follow me on Facebook, Rev Dan Dragon Wilson. Follow Potty Humor on YouTube to catch the show in archive format, youtube.com/Potty Humor. And follow the Anarchy Wrestling social media, of course, Anarchy Landmark on Twitter, Anarchy Wrestling on Facebook. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Midnight Black Mass. Keep one foot in the gutter and one fist in the gold. Good night.